Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. I told you I'll be back. This is a special video on Biwiring. I just want to tell you a little bit about Biwiring, give you a little heads up so you've got an idea what we're dealing with before the task takes place today. Yeah, so I'm going to be connecting these conductors onto the Mission M71i speakers. Yeah, so conductors to mission, mission to conductors. So guys, at the end of this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave your comments and suggestions. Biwiring, guys, it's a very important subject, especially if you're trying to wire a speaker. In this case, this speaker is the Mission M71i, which I just recently got fixed through Richer Sounds. So Richer Sounds in Bromley, with the support of customer service, Jermaine. Yeah, so Jermaine, big shout out to you. Guys, let's focus on the subject of the day, Biwiring. Let's get straight into it. So Biwiring is a means of connecting a loudspeaker to an audio amplifier, primarily used in hi-fi systems. Normally, there is one pair of connectors on a loudspeaker and a single cable with two conductors. An example is as seen here, which runs from the amplifier output to the terminals at the loudspeaker housing. At this point, connections are made to the loudspeaker drivers, usually through audio crossover networks. In Biwiring, each loudspeaker has two pairs of connectors, and two cables are run from the same amplifier output to the speaker cabinet. One for the high frequency or tweeter driver, and one for the low frequency driver, through two separated crossover filters. The purported advantage of this split is that it reduces magnetic interaction in the cable, resulting in better sound, guys. Yeah, so this is how you get your sounds to sound nice and sharp and crisp, exactly how you want your music to be. Yeah, guys, let's get the best out of your sounds. Wire your speakers. Get your conductors in a bi-wire format, wire them correctly, and get the best from your unit. Yeah, your sound unit. Alright guys, so I'm going to start the process of the wiring of the speaker. So I'm going to open the package. As you know, Jermaine wrapped it from Richer Sounds. So we're just going to get in there and start to wire. Alright, so remember, safety first, guys. You don't need any casualties. Alright guys, so here you have it, the Mission M71i. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do is turn the speaker around so you can see what's going on. Alright. So on the back of the speaker, guys, you notice it'll say LF, HF, HF, LF. So you've got your low frequencies and high frequencies. So it's telling you which one's for which. Alright, and you have a plus for positive. I'm not sure if you can see that. There's a plus in there. And there's a minus for negative. Yeah? So it's telling you what your low frequencies are, your high frequencies, your low frequencies, high frequencies for negative and for positive. Alright guys. So let's get straight into the next part, the wiring process. Alright, so guys, just to educate you, so these split conductors are from Gale Electronics, yeah, the XL315s, yeah, so the Gale Electronics XL315s. Guys, check them out. These are some of the best cables that I've come across. Definitely recommend it. Alright, let's get to it, guys. The wiring process. On the actual wire itself, if you look carefully, on the end of each, one of these wires are positive and one will be negative. So one is positive and one is negative. All right. If you look carefully, what you notice, but it's a plus. All right, that plus represents positive, and the one underneath, you can just about see that there is a minus for negative. Okay, so we've got a plus for positive and a minus for negative. All right, guys, that's very important for wiring, because your wiring needs to reflect exactly the same symbol. So plus to plus, negative to negative. All right, so it needs to represent exactly the same setup as you're seeing here. Very important. You don't want to wire it wrong, because your sound will not be correct and you could cause damage to your speakers in the long run, or maybe even straight away. And then you might have to take a trip down to Richer Sounds sooner than you think. Guys, be smart. Let's conduct and do what we need to do in the best, safest way possible and correct manner. All right, guys, let's do this. So over here, guys, I'm gonna wire, like I said, the plus to plus, and the negative will go to negative. I'm gonna start with the negative. So I screw off, which says HF for high frequencies. So what I need to do is get some better tools. Remember, get the right tools to do the right job. Alright, make sure your cable's nice, the end thread is nice and tight. It's easier, it feeds easier around the screws of the mission. So if it's nice and tight, it should feed around nicely. You can move the brackets down, back and forth. So these plates, as you can see, they're obviously going to conduct electricity and electrical current. So we have to make sure they're placed nice and safely, guys. Nice and safely, that's the best way to do this. So as you can see here, I've clipped that up. Readjust it. I'll make it twist it a bit more. Yeah, it's nice and tight. Then I'll place it under the screw. There we go. That should fit in nicely now in that groove. Alright guys, so once it's wired correctly, it should have this sort of effect, or this sort of look. Yes, you've got a gap. You don't want anything touching, you don't want none of the cables touching each other, because there's two separate currents, positive and negative. Yeah, it could cause a problem. Yeah, could malfunction, could explode, etc. Let's keep it nice and safe, and let's get the best from your sounds. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do now is get that amp on. And remember guys, when you turn an amp on, me personally, I make sure the volume's turned down, because you don't want to blow the speaker, because if the volume's up and you turn the amp on, kaboom. And I'm trying to be nice with the words. Yeah, this is the correct setup guys. Yeah, just make sure your wiring looks a little bit like this, and you shouldn't have any problems, hopefully for a long while. Yeah, look after your equipment, and things shall be great. Alright guys. I think it's now due a test to make sure it works. Alright, what I normally do when I'm doing turning on my amp, in this case I'm using the Cambridge amp, I always have the volume turned down.